What's going on, YouTube? This is SG1 Sports, and you're watching our college football channel. It is time for the very first edition of the playoff eliminator for the 2022 college football season. We are heading into week 1, and we already have some eliminations based off of what happened in week 0. And really, we can eliminate about half the field before the season even starts. So we will show you which teams do have a chance that are not, say, Power 5 teams. And then we'll look at the playoff picture, who the favorites are in the preseason, and of course go throughout the year and see how this playoff race shapes up as we eliminate more and more teams and get a better picture as to which teams are the favorites to make it to the college football playoff. So we start with our first eliminations. Here they are. It's every group of 5 team except Cincinnati and UCF. When you look at the schedules, you look at the resumes that these teams have the potential to build. For Cincinnati, you have a chance to beat Arkansas, a signature win there. Plus, you're going to probably have 1 or 2 teams that are ranked or at least close to being ranked in the top 25. UCF, they've got Louisville, a chance if Louisville is good this year to have a signature win. Now, they need help. I think they need Louisville to have a good season. They need to be an 8-4 type team for UCF to have a chance. Or they need Georgia Tech to have a really good year, a chance to maybe beat Cincinnati twice. What if Cincinnati beats everyone else? Cincinnati beats Arkansas. So there are opportunities for both of these teams. I don't think Houston has a schedule that's going to give them a chance. You can go a little bit deeper into this, and there are other teams that could possibly get in, like, for example, Utah State. If they beat Alabama and they go undefeated, then they have a chance. But we're not even going to talk about things like that because the possibilities are just so small. If something crazy like that does happen, we'll bring that team back from the dead. But we all know that's not going to happen. And then Independence, Army, UMass, New Mexico State, UConn, these teams have either already lost a game or they just don't have the schedule. They will not have their resume. As far as independent teams, the ones that have a chance, Notre Dame, of course, BYU, of course, with their schedule, and Liberty, I think, has a chance because they play a tough enough schedule. They have, I think, Arkansas on there, BYU, I believe, and maybe someone else like Wake Forest. I can't remember exactly what their schedule looks like, but if they run the table, they could be in that conversation. So those 3 independent teams have a chance. Again, not saying they're top contenders or anything like that. But these teams, these other group of 5 teams, these independent teams, they have all been eliminated, most of them before they even play a game. It just is what it is. And again, you have to have a schedule that's tough enough. Again, we could circle back to this, and maybe a team has a schedule that we don't think is all that tough, and then some of their opponents wind up being way better than we thought. I mean, it's possible, but again, the chances are so small that it's not really worth giving them a chance. So how about the Power 5 teams? We actually can't eliminate anyone just yet. Even Vanderbilt is still alive after playing a game. Vanderbilt won their first game, and they won convincingly. They're still alive. But Nebraska has lost a game, but they are still alive. 1 loss, but still alive. They're the only team in this category. You could say they're not going to make it, and I would agree. I don't think Nebraska is going to make the college football playoff, but technically they could run the table. And if they win the rest of their games and win the Big Ten championship, they're going to be in the college football playoff. I don't think there's really any doubt about that. Northwestern, a chance to be a very respectable team. It was the first game of the season. So, yes, they're definitely still alive. A second loss, and I think Nebraska then is eliminated. But right now, they still have a chance, even with that 1 loss. And that's the only team that's on this list because, of course, only a few teams have played. I think Nebraska and Vanderbilt and Illinois, I think those are the only Power 5 teams that played, unless I'm forgetting one. We have Florida State, North Carolina, but they played FCS teams. So Nebraska, that one team that, there was a chance that Vanderbilt could lose. You never knew about Illinois playing Wyoming. We knew Florida State and North Carolina. We knew those teams were going to take care of business against FCS opponents, although Florida State did lose to an FCS last year. Anyways, Nebraska, 1 loss, still alive. So let's look at the playoff picture in the preseason. This is kind of not my predictions. Again, my predictions were Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia, and Miami. Everyone's still having a hard time with that Miami pick, and it may be way off. We'll see. Again, I don't feel confident on any team to take that number 4 spot, and it's just kind of a gut feeling. I think Miami has a chance. I think they're in that conversation, but I don't think they're one of the favorites based off of what everyone's thinking and who the favorites are in each individual game and for each conference. These are your favorites. This is how the playoff picture would look, I think, in the preseason. I think Alabama is the clear favorite. Ohio State's the clear number 2. Everyone's got Georgia at 3. Those are your top 3 teams. Georgia will be favored in every regular season game that they play. Same with Alabama and Ohio State. So I think those 3 teams, looking at it right now, are kind of locked in. Obviously, things are going to happen. One of those teams will probably lose a game. We'll see some upsets. But that number 4 spot, to me right now, if we're just looking at, again, if all the favorites win their games pretty much, Michigan, they'll be favored in every game except for Ohio State. So they'll be 11-1 if they take care of business. I picked them to go 10-2, but if they take care of business in those games, they'll be sitting there at 11-1, and they will have a really good chance to get in. That game against Iowa is going to be a tough one. And then, you got Michigan State, Penn State, plenty of tough challenges in the Big Ten. Oklahoma's the favorite in the Big 12. I saw the odds just today. A lot of people are picking Baylor in that conference, but Oklahoma is the favorite. They're probably going to be favored in every game that they play. They get Baylor at home. So, yeah, Oklahoma, if they take care of business, they'll be in the playoff. Utah, the favorite in the Pac-12. I think they might lose here in the opener to Florida, honestly. So I think they're going to be knocked out pretty quickly, even if they do go on and win the Pac-12. But Utah is going to be a great team. I'm not saying they're going to be a bad team. I just kind of have a feeling in this first game, Florida's going to surprise them. And then Clemson is the favorite in the ACC. Again, I picked Miami, but Clemson, I know they are the favorite. They're going to be favored in probably every game that they play. So they're the favorite out of the ACC. So this is a very early look at the playoff picture. We might see some changes after week 1, honestly. We could see Ohio State or Georgia get upset. We could see Utah, like I said, lose to Florida. I mean, things can happen quickly to change this playoff picture, but at least in the preseason, this is the playoff picture. These are the favorites, and if we don't see many upsets or no upsets for these teams, these are the top contenders, and this is kind of what that playoff picture looks like. We'd love to get your thoughts on the college football playoff. Do you think Nebraska has any chance to run the table and go undefeated? Again, that one team that's still alive with 1 loss. Maybe a dark horse. Who do you think that could be? Give me your thoughts down in the comments below. Thanks for watching this video, and stay tuned for more here on the SG1 Sports College Football Channel.